Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com. If you are suffering from a host of medical problems, diabetes, osteoporosis, neurological, cardiovascular disorders, or cancer, Joanne James, medical exercise specialist for over 25 years, can develop an exercise program that will make your post-rehab effective and inspiring. Medfit Rehab will provide a hands-on, professionally supervised conditioning program. Medfit Rehab, Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com. Hi, Joanne. Another gorgeous day. I can't stand it.
I know, and it better last. Other than that, I'm a very happy camper.
Yeah, I'm going to bottle this beautiful weather. Okay.
Right.
I'm not a golfer, but I know a lot of people that just adore golfing. But
I know.
Can you play golf if you have osteoporosis? I mean, there's just a sort of a hand movement. What's the story on that?
Well, yes, no, and maybe.
Yes, no, and maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, no, and maybe.
Okay.
Here's the situation. I know, and I have to put it that way because, again, it is a very individual decision. One, if a person should play golf if they have osteoporosis. And number two, it depends on the degree, the severity of their osteoporosis, their fitness level, and what they're going to be doing when they are playing golf. For instance, are you carrying the bag, dragging the bag, or are you on a cart?
Right.
Are you low, moderate, or high risk for fracture? That's all determined by one having a bone density assessment, and then getting your bone density result, as well as sitting down with a professional. So, yes, it's yes, no, and maybe. If you've been doing and playing golf for a long period of time, you've just been diagnosed, your situation is going to be very different than somebody who says, my husband wants me to play golf now. I've never played it before. I do have osteoporosis. Should I play? If I was going to make a decision around that, I would tell the person no. But the person who's been playing for a very long time, I don't know what the degree of their osteoporosis is, so I really can't say yes or no to them either. So it's a decision that has to be made with all of the information out in the open so that a person like myself can make the appropriate decision or help that person come to an appropriate decision as to whether they should or shouldn't play golf.
So, I mean, the thing is, golf looks like a very easy game. It doesn't look like you really have to strain yourself, but you really do. It's like precision. You have to do what you're supposed to do in order to get that tiny little ball to move in the right direction.
Exactly. What is the biggest movement that they have to do when they play golf? What is the most famous movement? Not the putt, but the big golf swing to hit that ball as far as they can. And that movement, that whole big rotational upper body movement with the club, that is the movement that is actually the most contraindicated movement for someone who has osteoporosis in their spine and in their hip. It's that big twisting motion with all that power, full force going all the way around. That is what compromises the spine. That's probably the worst movement. Rotational momentum around the spine and around the hip is what is the issue. So if you have poor technique and you don't know how to do a proper golf swing, then you're probably prime and ripe for an injury because you don't know how to swing properly to start with. And so most of the strain will go to the spine, okay? And then secondary will be the hip. Some people have learned how to swing properly. So I have a colleague who's had 14 fractures as a result of having osteoporosis. And she's an avid golfer, and she will never give up the sport. She will be buried with a golf club in her hand, okay? That's how avid she is. She still plays golf, but she has perfected a technique that protects her spine. So yeah, that's why I say yes, no, maybe. If you can find the appropriate person, we can do that for them and have this person come in and show them how to do a proper swing, proper technique. They have a better chance playing golf than somebody who doesn't know anything about golf and is doing the big swings and compromising their spine.
You know, it never, I can't understand why people don't want to do things the right way. If you start out with the proper instruction, then usually you can sail through just about anything. But if you're doing the wrong thing over and over again,
exactly,
it's a disaster.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're doing it and you're deconditioned, that's the other aspect of golf. Even though it looks simple and looks easy, you still have to have a certain degree of fitness in order to do the various movements properly with proper technique. So it all comes down to getting an individualized one assessment and sitting down and talking to somebody who can actually target the right movements that are right for you, and one, let you know, quite honestly, whether you should or shouldn't be taking that chance of playing golf. We are very honest with the person. We'll say, look, we don't feel that it's appropriate for you, but you're an adult, you can make your own decision. Everybody lives by their decisions. So we're just there to inform them, get them into shape, let them know whether it's appropriate or not, and then guide them and direct them in the best way we can.
Okay, well, I think, once you've made the decision, once you've gotten the information, then you no longer are responsible for that person. So I would say, get Medfit to give you an assessment, and hopefully that'll go along with what you need. Thank you so much, Joanne. We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Joanne James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, Columbus Center Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com.